All right, so hi, Becca Lane, and hi, hi. So I'm Becca Lane, and hello, all my friends and friends and friends and friends on Facebook and followers and friends. So yesterday, I had to take the night to think about something. I had something happen yesterday that I need to let people know about, because a lot of oh my God, I was looking for this. I was looking for that book. A lot of people on Facebook as well as other sites have been mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially invested in a project that started 16 months ago, and it was a mural project. We had one a few years ago. One mural project that fell to bits because the guy running it lied and was a con man and ended up just using me and really upset the apple cart with a lot of artists in town who he tried to use. So that was one. That was actually, that entailed 5 or 6 different murals. Then another mural popped up and another incident happened. And I just keep falling in with people who I want to believe are honest and true, and they're not. And it happened again yesterday. So as a lot of people know, and I was crying, and I was actually up all night last night with this. Took medication at 4 o'clock this morning to be able to sleep. So I'm groggy. I'm late getting into Arcos, where I have an artist in residence. But it's funny, I pulled up, and these women walked into the gallery, into the studio gallery here at Arcos, the condominium building. This is run by Creative Liberties, PS, here in Sarasota, this space. But they walked in as part of an art tour that I didn't know was going on. So I pulled up just as they were coming in or wanted to come in. They had walked by earlier, and I wasn't here because of sleep medication and this issue. And so I got to show them around, and two of the women, actually, there were 2 women in the group that I needed to talk to explain this, recent tragedy too. So it was kind of serendipitous. And now here we are. I can talk without crying. And on we go. The story continues. Yesterday, I received a certified letter from the city commission. Who's it from? Planning department. And as a lot of people know, I had been asked to do a mural about the Florida Highwaymen, the 26 Black and brown African-American artists who lived in Florida or produced artwork in Florida during the 50s and 60s, but not only produced artwork, but taught their family, their friends, everyone around them how to paint these landscapes. They produced about 200,000 paintings. And what would happen is the different artists and salespeople would take them out on the roads, on the highways of Florida, and sell them out of the back end of their cars. So it's kind of a famous-y thing. And it is definitely, these men and one woman, Mary Ann Carroll, have been lauded by the city. The city has been showing their artwork in collaboration with collectors, highwaymen collectors. I've met highwaymen collectors. I'm about to meet a man who has the largest highwayman collection, or one of the largest highwayman collection in the United States. I first got to see highwaymen work when I was in an ex-state attorney general's home here in Sarasota. You're welcome. They have a very large collection. I've never seen them up close before. And so I got a tour of the house and got to see, I don't even know how much artwork, but dozens and dozens of highwayman paintings. And entranced. And it kind of sparked something in me. So anyway, I was asked to do a mural of the Highwaymen, or about the Highwaymen. So as you may or may not have seen on Facebook and other platforms, I developed three 4-foot by 4-foot images for these 3 panels that are actually 13 feet by 13 feet down here at the Whole Foods building in Sarasota, downtown Sarasota, facing the bus station, and 3 13-foot by 13-foot panels that needed to be filled with images. So I went home and I sketched and I sketched, and then I produced these 4-foot by 4-foot paintings, illustrations, and submitted them with a written proposal with everything the city needed, all the paperwork the city needed, had it on their desk by 1 o'clock on Monday. I was asked on a Wednesday. Oh, it's a long story. Anyway, let's just say I started on a Thursday, and by Monday they had everything. Absolutely big fat thing, and physical paintings, images, plop. Everyone was happy. Everybody at City Hall was super excited about this. So I went back and I started doing some more work, and more work, and more work. And what, I can't even begin to explain, for the past 16 months, this project has been treated like a leper by the city. People, or like that cousin that needs to stay in the basement because issues, they go, oh my God, we love this, but then no one has the backbone, the tenacity to actually make sure that it happens. Nobody at City Hall, except for one woman, the now ex-public art director. So, and now we've got a new public art director, and I have nothing good to say about her or any of the people that are running public art here in the city. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm usually the catalyst for change. I'm used to it. I'm exhausted by it, but I'm used to being in horrible situations with horrible people. And here we are again. So I submitted the work. I went back. I did a whole bunch more images, more sketches, more paintings, until they were up to 9 feet by 9 feet, which people may remember I was doing here in this space last fall, as well as in my home. Most of the images, by the way, or a lot of them, ended up in publications that the city used to promote the project. The city used to promote the project in different magazines. It was pretty widely covered, and I mean, they were giving tours of Highwaymen work at City Hall and talking about my project, or the mural project. It just goes on and on and on. And anyway, over the past few months, past 4 or 5 months, I was like, I can't email with these people anymore. They were sending out emails to one another, and it was just utter and complete nonsense the past few months. Oh, and I forgot this part. I presented the work to the Public Art Commission with my friends Greg and Jade, who were both there. It was videotaped by the city, which now I can't find, but it was videotaped by the city for their records. Everybody was enthused. The commission was super enthused. They looked at the paperwork. They said yes to everything. They said yes to the images as proposed, even though I just kept working on stuff. And they knew, it seemed like everybody there knew me, they knew my work, they knew what I do, and that the work will be tweaked on site. I will be tweaking it over time, I will submit it, or not submit it, but I'll send in images. But they were all super excited because they were like, yeah, we know you're gonna change colors so that it works with the light better, and da-da-da. Everybody understood who they were working with. Everybody understood. They really loved the concept, blah, blah, blah. And P.S., they had already, the entire commission, everybody on the board had seen the original images months before, when I had to do a proposal over Zoom for Whole Foods. And Whole Foods was excited. Everybody was excited. Everybody's happy. That was in August. The board meeting where they accepted, they agreed to the terms. That happened in October. Was it October? No, that happened, I forget. Whole Foods was June, July. Oh my God, my brain. June, July. Commission Board, Public Art Commission meeting was in August. It was the beginning of August. They then spent the next few months basically gaslighting me, everybody, and trying to gaslight everybody in the city hall over the contract. The ex-public art director, though, made sure that I had a contract before she left the job. So I think I signed the contract that the city lawyer, the legal team, had written up. I believe I signed it October 21st. It was October 21st or 23rd. I'd have to look through my notes. But it's there. Anyway, signed the contract. And there were a couple things that needed to be tweaked. I was reassured it would be tweaked, everything would be fine, and I would get a check. I would get a deposit on the job ASAP. That never happened. I never got a deposit for the job. Instead, I got, as I kind of mentioned, endless emails going back and forth between offices, just like kicking the can down the road. And, oh, don't we need this? Oh, wait a minute, the contract is over at Whole Foods now. Oh no, the contract is at City Legal. Oh no, City Legal sent it to the building owner. Oh no, the building owner, he's on vacation. Okay, so the contract is back at Whole Foods. And this is what we went through for like 4 months, 3-4 months, whatever amount of time it is. Meanwhile, I'm being told, the check is coming, but, so I wasn't able to start it in October or November. I wasn't able to start it before I went to my artist residency in Georgia. That was very disappointing. I got back, it was more excuses, more emails, like nothing but gaslighting. So, it's really raining out. Anyway, 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2.5 weeks ago, I got an email, or in the string of emails, I get an email asking for more images, and that's where I drew the line. Because I've done dozens of images, let's put it that way, and spent hundreds of hours producing work for the city, and thousands of dollars. I just had a woman here who knows what I went through, producing work for these people, not eating, not being able to pay rent because they're just stringing me along, etc. But I also had people around me who provided financial support so I could keep buying materials. People were really excited about this. People across the country were excited about this. And so I said no. And I went through and I laid out the dates, the timelines of all the meetings, everybody that was at the meetings, because I do keep notes. And I said, if you need to see more images, open up the proposal that has been sitting on your desk since October of 2023. Watching from the UK, sorry. Oh, it gets better. It just gets so much better in a sec. So, yeah, it's been pretty awful. It's been awful, but this is just systemic here, living in a red state city. Kick the can, blame everybody else, laugh at people, humiliate them, demand they do more. It's total MAGA Republican bullshit that we're looking at all the way across the board, from the top on down. And I'm not having it. I'm not going along to get along. So anyway, I wrote a very long email, and I said, if you need to see more images, look at the proposal that's been sitting on your desk since October 2023. If you need to see more images, you may refer to the magazine or the publications that you submitted images to, including, and I listed those off, and also a blog that I was interviewed for, or you can review the videotape that you took at City Hall of the proposal meeting. So that went to the new public art director, Sierra, or whatever her name is, And it went to the other people on the Public Art Commission. Then I sat and thought about it for a minute, and I went, they're probably going to, try and sweep this under the rug. So I forwarded my email to the mayor, to the assistant mayor, and to, I think, 3 or 4 other commissioners in City Hall. Heard nothing, got nothing back. Meantime, I've invested, and other people have invested hundreds of hours and, financial support and, just excitement. The city people around the city were really excited. So got nothing back until yesterday, where I got a certified letter from the city terminating the project. And that's awful. The man who apparently signed this letter isn't in the capacity to serve this to me, I found out yesterday. He has nothing to do with any of this. I've never heard his name before. I now know friends who know him or know of him. So I've got that. They terminated the project, and in this termination letter, this is what kills me. This is one thing that kills me, is the city is saying that they're terminating the project because I did not complete it within 35 days of signing the contract. I was not allowed to even start the project because they were playing hot potato with the contract and changing wording in the contract. At one point, they changed it from a mural to a sculpture. I caught it. I caught that when I got my 50th rendition of the contract. After I'd signed it, they were rewriting things, rewriting the terms and language. So they're saying that because I didn't do the work, I didn't do the mural that they wouldn't allow me to do. I didn't complete it within 35 days of signing a contract that they've now spent months rewording. They're terminating the contract. Anyway, I never received the deposit. I never received anything. I've got no reimbursement. I've got nothing. I've got nothing from investing my time, our money, our energy into this. Now, also, the other thing that pisses me off, and I was just talking to a woman who's a leader here in the arts community in Sarasota. She's brokenhearted. She's more upset than I am. She's devastated. And she's going to her board, which is an arts community board, and she's going to be showing them the letter. And also, I have someone else who's going to be reading the letter and talking to a lawyer for me, possibly, most likely. I have several people who have stepped up over the past 24 hours who have said, we've got to get you some legal representation. In the end, this isn't about me. As I was talking to my friend, the artistic leader, whatever. I said, this is a shame and a stain on the city. It is a shame and a stain on the state, but it is a major disappointment. It is a shame and a stain to the art community. It is dismissive of the art community as well as Black and Brown, the Black and Brown community, African American community here in Sarasota and across the state. The Highwaymen were Black and Brown African American artists who lived here in Sarasota, produced work here in Sarasota, and now their work is being bought and sold and exhibited by white people, by rich white people, to be blunt. And we can't seem to get a mural up. We can't get 3 13 by 13 squares painted because these people in this stupid city, this art city, have zero backbone. And they're gaslighting. They're doing exactly what we watch MAGA Republicans do all the time now, lying and gaslighting. And I have nothing to lose, so I'm just being perfectly blunt. At least you're not seeing me crying this time. But that is what's happened to the Highwaymen mural. And I really wanted to explain this so people know now what's been going on, what I've been dealing with for 16 months with this utter and complete failure of a city. They fail the art community at every juncture, and they're proud of it. They run around selling this place like it's an art city. It is not. It is not. It's great if you do crafts or you just want to like make a sock puppet before you die. But the real artists aren't being recognized here. I know so many real, true artists who have been banging their head against the wall and hitting this shit. Singers, performers, visual artists, dancers, all these brilliant people who are productive and they're trying really hard here. But we've got this. And I don't know about the rest of the art community, but I'm tired and I'm done. This is not how an art city behaves. This is not how a public art committee behaves legally. So I'm done, I'm pissed, and we'll see where it goes from here, but I needed people to hear this because I have no doubt that when the rubber hits the road, they're going to try and sell people on the fact that I didn't do a mural that they prevented me from doing. And they didn't just prevent me from doing it. They prevented all the artists, visual artists, performers, singers, dancers, writers, photographers, Black community leaders, all these people in the Black and brown African American community here and across the state where I was going to involve. I had invited to come and just do like a brush stroke, 2 brush strokes, stay for a half hour, stay for 5 minutes, stay for a day. All these people I had invited to participate in what could have been a historic mural. They have utterly failed the Black community. They have utterly failed the art community. They are an embarrassment. This is an embarrassment. So I really wanted people, one of the people that was involved, I see they're on. So I really wanted people to know what was going on. I stopped by and saw a friend who's been fighting the city over art shit for decades. And they just were like, this is what they do. This is what this city does to people. They do not care. So, and then I went and I saw some other friends and I told them what was going on and they said, send us the emails, we're gonna try and help you. And then I've had other people who have found out who are contacting me. So that's what's going on with the Highwaymen mural. I am really sorry. I doubt it will ever go up at this point, especially in this environment. But we're not going down quietly. I don't care, I have nothing to lose. What are you gonna do? Not let me work more? I have 0 to lose. And there are hundreds of people who got behind this project who need to know. And they're probably looking at me like, nah, you're a little pissant. You'll just go away, you'll cry and go home. There were a lot of people that were supporting this and super excited. So we'll see what happens. And then there was one other thing. Oh yeah, there's a senator here in the city. What did I do with his name? No, not in the city. Oh my God, I lost it. There was a senator here in Florida who's trying to push a bill through right now, another Republican, MAGA Republican, who's trying to shove a bill through that would make public art illegal here in the state of Florida. We know that Ron DeSantis found out about a play somewhere in a tiny theater in a tiny town that was being held that he found upsetting and appalling because it had some like 5-minute piece of content that he didn't like, that he heard about and he didn't like. So Ron DeSantis defunded the arts in the state of Florida. We lost $35 million because, shoe-lift DeSantis didn't like something that he heard about. So we lost $35 million last year. We know that the current admin is defunding everything they can to get control of us. And now we've got Senator blah here in Florida. Look it up. It's SB something or other. I wrote it down somewhere. Anyway, it's a special bill that will make public art illegal in the state of Florida. If you're thinking about moving to Florida, don't. Just don't. It used to be a joke. Now it's not a joke. It's serious. It's ridiculous here. But so that's what's going on with the Highwaymen. I'm going to go. I was going to keep it short. I did not. Oh, Cindy, you were so much better than this. I'm glad to hear you're talking about legal assistance. We won't be silent. Yeah, we need. That's such bullshit. Oh, Allie, I'm so sorry. It is bullshit, Allie. It is absolute sheer bullshit. And if this were going on in Rhode Island, these people would be tarred and feathered. We New Englanders, we don't take it lying down. Yeah, it's utter bullshit. Can you imagine, Ali Pisha, can you imagine how high the flames would be if Yolande were alive? Because they would set this city on fire and just the flames would get higher and higher and higher. I miss that kid so much, as I miss you. But that's the haps. The Highwaymen project is tanked for now, and then we'll see what happens. But I'm also thinking, I've been reaching out to artists and saying, how can we do this indoors where they won't have control? How can we keep this project alive, the idea of this project alive, the Highwaymen alive, where they don't have control? Because this type of oppression and suppression doesn't last forever. It never does. Eventually people wake up and start fighting back. So if you think of something, some way we can keep this alive, well, I'm looking at legal action, which would take forever and a day. But if you think of something, let me know, okay? All right, I'm going to let you go. Hi, Marianne. You missed it. I had a diatribe, but it will stay up on Facebook so you can watch the whole thing, the whole meltdown. Bottom line is the Highwaymen mural is dead for now. It was terminated, my contract, which you can now review. All right. I'm going to figure out how to shut this off because I don't know how. But thank you. I just wanted to let you know. And be angry, stay the course, and resist. Ciao.